evening, everybody. So I'd like to share something from the Holy Bible, right? The New Testament. Marriage is to be undefiled, right? Held in honor among all. And the marriage bed is not for fornication. It's not for adulterers, right? Because those actions cause God to judge us, right? Sexual intimacy is shared between husband and wife. Unfortunately, defiled marriage happens in fornication, right? And in our relationship. Adultery is punished by death, according to the Old Testament, right? For an example, if a man is with another wife or another woman of another man, both the man and the woman shall die, right? People have to purge themselves. We purge ourselves by believing in the cross, right? Believing in Jesus Christ, believing in Christianity, right? Believing in the Holy Spirit that's passed through other people, but also through other Christians, right? Through fellowship, through understanding each other, right? In Galatians chapter 5, verse 19, it says, what does it say? Give me one moment. It says, the acts of the flesh are obvious: sexual immorality, impurity, debauchery, right? Idolatry and other things, witchcraft, hatred, discord, jealousy, rage, selfishness. This is from chapter 19 to 21, right? Dissensions, factions, those kind of things. Orgies, right? Perversion, right? Pornography as well, right? Unlawful sexual gratification, right? So porn, different videos, sometimes explicit stuff we see in movies, right? Us as men, me as a male, right? My male brain, right? I end up less off of women, right? I less off of like different texts and like images and sometimes like language and stuff like that. And there's sex books, right? Even literature and just sexual literature out there. But in Matthew chapter 5, verse 28, it says, but I say to you that everyone who looks at women with lustful intent has already committed adultery, right? It's even just like they would say the eye gates, right? Even just what we see through our eyes can unfortunately cause lust. But we know that we are forgiven, right? We know that the birth of Jesus and all the way to his crucifixion, right? Him with like around 33 years of age. We received the example of humanity and the example of, okay, that was the divine sacrifice of Jesus showing us that, wow, of God showing us that, wow, Jesus was human. He still had emotions and he understood his disciples and other characters like Bathsheba and David that unfortunately they did cheat, unfortunately they did sin, right? But through the story of Jesus, we know that we are forgiven. So that's what I'd like to share today. All right.